First overtime game in Super Bowl history. Will Kane is still here with us. Max, I can't wait for this conversation.
Yes.
You said Tom Brady will fall off a cliff next year.
You want the floor?
Oh, I was just going to say, the floor is there.
Okay.
I don't even need to be a part of this one. Oh, my. I'm scared. Let me get my drink ready. Hold on a second.
Get ready.
I wish there's some cheese doodles up here so I
sip on
can
that
snack
tea.
while I watch y'all.
Okay.
Y'all go ahead and do y'all thing.
All right. Do you still feel, after what you saw this man do last night, that he is going to fall off a cliff?
Even the question begs the question, do you understand what a cliff is?
No, it begs an answer.
No, I understand
What
a
is the cliff?
It begs an
A
answer.
cliff is you're here,
Yeah.
and then you fall
Right.
off.
So how does a demonstration of the fact that someone is
So
still
he's at a
operating at an extremely high altitude change the cliff prediction? In fact, if anything, it reinforces it.
So he's still at the peak?
Slight
Not ascended?
Slight interjection so we make sure something.
Yes.
It's not the cliff that we're debating.
That's right.
It's the time that you said in
That's
which he
right.
would fall off of
Right. He's got
Go
another
ahead.
12. He's
No,
got
I'm
another
just saying,
season. By the end of the season. Right.
So I'm saying the cliff don't mean anything else. It's the time that you
Right.
said.
Well,
so reiterate the time.
So let's talk about this.
Reiterate the
So let me explain it again for people who are just joining the show, just joining the program.
I guarantee you that. Go ahead.
This is the history. Look, no one disputes that Father Time is undefeated, right? Father Time has never lost. It catches up to everyone. Everyone gets old.
Yeah,
Do we all agree that everyone
yes,
gets
but
old?
I also agree there's also firsts.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm not up to that part yet.
Okay,
Molly.
sorry. I just
Okay.
had to make
Now,
sure.
So we all agree that everyone gets old, correct?
Yes.
We have unanimity on
Yes.
planet Earth and in the known universe that everyone gets old. Good. I'm glad we have that unanimity. I've established that point. Second, no one's disputing the fact that Tom Brady will get old one day. The question is, when will he get old?
After everyone else.
So I looked into it, in fact, because I noticed that I argued this about Brett Favre on New York radio once upon a time. He can go on till he's 45. It's never happened. He's going to fall off the cliff. No, he's not. Da-da-da. Boom, he fell off the cliff. Peyton Manning, yes, he'd been injured, but he threw 55 touchdowns the year after he'd been injured, which shattered Tom Brady's record, as a matter of fact, and was on pace to do it the next year. Marcellus Wiley and I debated on Sports Nation frequently and on the radio in L.A., that, of course, everyone else takes the other side. Peyton can go till he's 50 years old. No, Peyton's about to be done. Sure enough, he was done. Now Tom Brady. And before I answer the part about, well, there's a first time for everything, I will say, I looked this, I said, let me look if there's any underlying research here. Sure enough, there was. And in fact, it was described as a cliff. Why? Because all great old quarterbacks, as it turns out, the pattern is not when they approach 40 years old that you notice underlying signs of decay in their play and stretch vertical attempts, et cetera, stuff like that starts to decrease, and that foretells some kind of drop because they're in decline. No, it's not a decline. It's not a slope. They're up here, and whether age, injury, whatever else it is, they are suddenly down here, suddenly, and always by the age of 41. So that all I did was identify the moment past which Tom Brady would no longer be a great quarterback. That's when he's going to get old. Now, to your question of, well, there's a first time for everything.
Yes.
There certainly is. And Tom Brady's a strong candidate to be the first.
I have a question before you continue. Can I just ask one thing? Did you ever think that Tom Brady would have engineered that comeback? Now, that was a first.
Yes.
You thought he was going to come back?
I thought it was distinctly possible, yes.
Okay.
All
No,
right.
you didn't.
It's time for a rebuttal.
And by the way, ask anyone who I watched the game with. I did not think that game was over at the half.
Yeah.
The point is, Tom Brady could be the first, but I will bet, if you're laying odds on the entirety of human history and biomechanics and DNA over the idea that Tom Brady will be the first. He will have to upset the odds.
Okay,
it's very straightforward.
I don't want to speak for everyone here, but
Please do.
May I?
Yeah.
The point of contention here isn't the hot take that a cliff exists. Am I right?
No.
Not for me.
People die. It happens. The trick in the hot take is predicting when these cliffs happen. I think you're acknowledging that.
Sure.
What we doubt, what I in particular doubt, is your ability to predict when that cliff is going to take place. And I understand biomechanics and statistics and every other quarterback that's ever existed. I understand all that is factored into your 41-year-old cliff that's going to emerge in the next 12 months for Tom Brady. But you seem to have thought at 7:45 p.m. last night in the second quarter that we have arrived at this moment when you tweeted cliff.
I'm just reminding people that it exists.
Is that right?
In fact, Tom Brady's playing.
You were saying we'd arrived.
Well, I was saying maybe. Look, Tom Brady's play. I knew at the time that had they gone on to lose the game, people would mistakenly think that the cliff was there, just as the fact that they went on to win would mean that the cliff is never coming or not coming when I say it's coming.
The thing is, Max,
his play was a little underrated in the first half and a little overrated in the second half.
This prediction is one you can trot out at various times, like the second quarter of the Super Bowl, or today, or 2 weeks from now, or 6 months from now, and sooner or later you will be right.
No, exactly before he's 41, I will be right. Okay. That's what I did.
All right.
I just identified the date, that's all.
Which one of those quarterbacks won the Super Bowl at 39?
Well, actually, Peyton Manning, since you mentioned it.
38.
No, he's 39.
Can I just say this real quick? Can I just say this
look it
real
up.
quick?
He's 39. Good.
You just brought up Tom Brady and a cliff, and it's essentially admitted, and I'm talking evidence here. I'm not talking about, well, we all die. We all fall off a cliff eventually. No. I'm talking evidence. You just brought up biometrics. On that, in the immediate aftermath of a 466-yard performance in Super Bowl 51. What I'm saying to you is this. The cliff that you allude to, that's going to arrive in the next 12 to 15 months, your evidence is...
Under 12 months.
Okay, I'm sorry. Your evidence is, okay, he's about to turn 40, and no one succeeds after 40.
That's right.
That's it.
That's
Yeah,
right. No one's
that's
ever
it.
going to leave
That's
you
pretty much the argument.
That's it. So what I'm saying to you is, you're basically saying nothing else matters because he's about to turn 40.
No.
Except at his age. Except for his...
Exactly.
No, I'm making a prediction. Now, the counterweight
No,
to that,
it ain't just a prediction.
Yes, it is.
No,
That's
it's
the
not
prediction.
just a prediction.
Sure it is.
No, you are emphatic about it, which is
Right.
why you were on Twitter last night bringing up the class.
Right.
In the second
All right,
quarter.
then.
and
So in the
trolling
second quarter.
trolling Boston a little bit. Let's say
I'm
what
just
it
saying,
is. Yeah.
I understand.
Yeah.
I don't mind that. I don't mind.
By the way, at the half, in case there was a comeback and I wouldn't be able to tweet it out after the comeback, let's say what it is. The counter to my argument is everything you're bringing up. His nutrition. I can't hear enough about how great his nutrition is. The fact that he is with a great coach who knows exactly what he's doing and they can dink and dunk pass a lot of the stuff. His arm strength, by the way, in the first half, those vertical throws, not so much. And even though he had more passes of over 15 yards in the second half, they were very crisp throws, but not the deep vertical throws. But he's with a coach and in a system where that can all work. He takes great care of himself. All those things are true, and there's a first time for everything. At one point, there was no 4-minute mile until someone ran it.
Or
My
25-point comeback in a Super Bowl.
Sure,
That happened.
there's a
Who did
first
it?
time for
Brady.
There's a first time for everything. But to suggest that it is more likely than not to happen because you like Tom Brady is foolish.
Okay, let's synthesize this debate. You're right. There's a first time for everything. What I think we're accusing you of is not seeing that the first time is happening right now in front of your eyes. On your side of the ledger for the cliff, you have evidence of every other quarterback that's ever existed.
Sure.
On our side, we have a Super Bowl MVP at the age of 39, a record for passing in the Super Bowl. We have a quarterback that threw 2 interceptions in his last season of football. I think the weight of evidence suggests we might be right on this cliff that's going to occur in the next,
I appreciate those points.
And I appreciate those points. And I think the weakness in your argument is revealed that it's an almost religious belief of yours when you tweeted out in the second quarter of the Super Bowl.
I want to address that. In fact, Tom Brady threw a pick 6 in yesterday's game, and
it was all the evidence you needed.
By the way, and tried to throw a couple more, 2 or 3 more in the second half of a tight game. Look, I love Eli Manning. He's an incredible clutch performer. But we all, Giants fans, know he got very lucky. You know, you need to get lucky as well. Then you have to make the most of the opportunity, which Tom Brady did. But had the DBs just held on to a few of those balls, we don't have this conversation right now about Tom Brady's performance. So it is also somewhat lucky. And let me point out that while Brady was amazing this year, in a Belichick system that works, obviously, Peyton Manning's season, after his injury and before his precipitous decline the following season of 55 touchdowns, was and remains the greatest season of all time. And at that point, I had these exact same conversations with people about Peyton.
Can I ask you a yes or no question, and nobody can respond because you brought up another quarterback? Did this now prove